Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolf Quest. We are here with the Dawn pack where Dawn and Onyx have woken up after stalking this elk pack through the night. This elk herd through the night, and we are getting ready to pick off another one of their weakened members. Let's see, where is the wind facing from? Yeah, we definitely want to come from the north then, because right now we are completely upwind of them, and they're going to get a good smell of the wolves before we have a chance to jump in and pick off another elk or two. All right, come on, you two. They are very good, experienced hunters, so I'm really hoping that Dawn and Onyx can pull this off. But everything has changed. Now that you guys have actually arrived, held for your support in the likes and the comments for our little Wolf Quest adventures, and chosen the story that Dawn and Onyx will now have to carry on their shoulders. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But just to let you know, Dawn and Onyx are no longer going to be able to hunt any elks who are full strength. We can only pick off the weak members due to the choice of den you guys voted on yesterday. And we'll talk about that more in just a second. But for now, let's do this. Come on, you two. All right, is that a weakened elk? It sure is. Let's see if we can drive her across the river, because she is going to be essential food for our wolves to eat in the spring. And hopefully we can pull this off. We may not be able to. All right, come on. That's right. Go ahead and get across the river. We need to make sure that your bones are still there if the crows leave you alone, so that we'll have something in about a month from now or so, when we need to feed our pups. Come on, you two. And I imagine that this is a tactic that our wolves have actually learned. Look at that elk. It's a good thing. It is a very good thing that our wolves don't get tired in the water. Oh, this is going fantastic. But I've actually been thinking, guys, this is a common tactic that a lot of the experienced Wolf Quest players use in order to ensure that we will have food for our puppies once spring rolls around, because the carcass of the elk will still be there when... no you don't. Will still be there when it is time to guide our pups to the summer forest. On the one hand, I used to think that was like kind of cheaty, and so sometimes I wouldn't let our wolves do this, and I do think that's realistic. A carcass fallen in the woods, much like a tree that falls in the woods, will have a whole bunch of creatures just tear it apart, because that would be a bounty for so many animals. And that's actually one of the big important roles that predators like the wolves... Wow, she is just like... This is like... The ancestors are sending their own guidance and blessing. I can just imagine these shadowy ancestor outlines, the spirits of the ancestor wolves, that Dawn doesn't even know she's part of the Moon Pack or the Starry Skies Pack descendants. She's just the Dawn Pack because, you know, she's Dawn. But it's like they're literally guiding this elk, running alongside invisibly by this elk to guide her straight to the forest where we need her. This is amazing. Oh, this will make it a little too easy. But carnivores, look at the hoof prints. Gosh, they're just so cool. Carnivores like our wolves, apex predators, are needed, let's do this, in order to take down the big creatures that are full of all of this fantastic meat, all of the bone, everything that not only our wolves... Go, Onyx, go! You're doing so good! Oh, good. There we go. Come on, Onyx. All right, we got her. Let's leave her be. Come on, don't eat too much of that, Onyx. That's going to be vital for guiding our puppies down the last, like literally almost to the doorsteps. Huh. I really do kind of feel like the spirits of the ancestor wolves were guiding that, but of course Dawn doesn't know anything about that just yet. Ah, all right. Well, let's actually survey. Oh, get away from my food, crows. All right, the sooner get away from there. Hopefully they won't ruin our elk carcass too much. But let's jump up to the top of the cliff and kind of survey where we're going to look at everything while I let you guys know what you, as the Starry Skies pack, have unleashed upon our wolves. First of all, thank you so much for the tremendous support that you showed them yesterday. After months and months, over a year of people asking where Wolf Quest is, it is so satisfying to finally go, you know what, I think we can do this. You guys know what's going to happen. You guys know how similar the adventures are going to be. We have done this hundreds of times, and if you are truly okay with us just trying to make our story out of a world that has become so familiar to us and challenges that tend to be perhaps a little bit frustrating if you want to see every single wolf pup survive, it is so rewarding to give you guys the power now. Here, Dawn, do you want to go ahead and rest for a minute? There you are, my dear. In fact, we'll go ahead and let them possibly sleep off. I need to remember how I can let them sleep off that night. That hunt. Give me just a second. It's been so long, guys. It's been absolutely so long. Okay, let's see. So if I want to let them go ahead and sleep so that we can change the day. That's right. There we go, you two. We'll go ahead and make it day because these two have had a big hunt. Onyx has those mysterious scars. He's gotten quite a bit more scarred since last year. There we go. Hopefully they feel a little bit more rested now. But while they rest, let me just say thank you so much because it feels amazing to give you guys the power to decide how often and in what form we are going to continue to see our WolfQuest adventures. So just like yesterday, today, if you guys all gather together in hell and support them, then we'll have another episode daily tomorrow if you can get up to 500. And you almost made it. I was almost nervous that we were going to have to stop everything and have a WolfQuest live stream and start that up because you got halfway there. If even a fourth of you guys had been able to howl some support and the likes, we would have had that live stream. So you are coming really close, really close. There were definitely enough people involved that it could have happened. So if you've got friends watching, make sure to remember to poke them to leave a howl, basically, is what I'm thinking of it as. It's more like, you guys finally have the power. You guys finally have the opportunity, finally a way to support the pack and really show that you want to see Dawn and her pups in so many different ways. Daily for our adventures is 500. Being able to see them in a live stream is 2,000. That's easily within your abilities. And it's so much fun to just have a way to visually see everybody kind of howling and supporting the pack. So I'm really excited about that because it means a lot to see that it's worth it. It's worth it for the struggles of being able to guide Dawn and Onyx through a familiar world. And it's worth it for the struggles that they are now going to have to face since all of you have chosen the forest den. So that is where these two are going to be headed next. We are actually going past the cutoff, past the river. We are going to be picking the shadowed forest den, since that is what won the votes. And you guys are going to have to see what you have unleashed upon the wolves, the Dawn pack, and their pups. So each one of the dens actually had a mysterious story behind it, ranging from everywhere from stranger wolves possibly kidnapping the pups to having to cope with a few very odd mysteries with what's going on between Dawn and Onyx. But the den that you all chose is the forest den. So we left a lot of food there. No doubt Dawn and Onyx feel like perhaps after what they have faced while they were gone on their adventure for the last year, and those mysteries will unfold as their story does, they want to stay out of sight. They want to try to stick to the shadows. They don't feel like being too far away in the aspen den. They don't feel like being up and kind of exposed on the big bear biter den, which is what I call a Saddle Meadows den right over there. They want to stay in the shadows because they've been weakened. Something was in the air. Something clung to the plants when they were running through the forest over the last year. They didn't have a litter on time as usual because there was just something going on in the air. A lot of the animals were not well. A lot of the vegetation sagged. There was a sickness and a disease that seemed to cling to the land. Let's see if we can get another elk or two really quickly. And as a result, Dawn and Onyx are actually still pretty weak. They are recovering and trying very hard. There we go. they're recovering and trying very hard to be able to get over the illness that almost took them both out. And now it is time for them to start thinking about having their puppies and hopefully being able to help their pups survive. Yes, we do have that lovely den nearby. Onyx, do you want to help me out here? All right, come on. Bite the butt, Onyx. Whoa. All right, let's come over. This is an excellent location because she's so close. Would you stop? There we go. All right, let's go ahead and have a little nibble. She's so close to the den. This is a really good spot. You doing okay, Onyx? Yeah, it looks like he's fine. He didn't take as many hits as Dawn did. But Dawn and Onyx are carrying a illness that so many of the creatures in Yellowstone did. And that is a fun way to actually interpret why we haven't seen the deer and some of the other creatures that will be showing up in Wolf Quest 3. We can imagine that the deer have been more or less wiped out or chased away by this illness that came through Yellowstone's lands. All right, let's do this. Nope, Onyx, do not fight the bull elk. He took a kick from the bull elk. Don't do that, Onyx. If you die, that would be so bad. All right, come on. And actually, that's going to be really, really, really exciting and dramatic when we come up. Come on. Oh my gosh, Onyx, can you please help? There we go. He is a good mate. He's always kind of taken up the position of being the stronger of the two and trying to help out Dawn. There. Good. Yeah, he needs to recover his health. Oh my gosh. All right, there you go, Onyx. There. All right, that took more of the elk than I wanted, but that's pretty good. All right, there's only one last sickly elk that we can take out, and that is actually one of the burdens that Dawn and Onyx are now going to have. We have unlocked the mystery of a sickness that has gone through the land. Now we are weakened. We can only pick off from the sickly elk, and we are going to have to watch our pups. There is going to be a chance that our pups will be born with an illness that can only be cured if we chase off a fox. So if we manage to snag a fox and the mysterious little foxtails that they have, which I imagine to be a plant that they like to eat rather than, you know, an actual foxtail. And actually, real foxtail is toxic, so don't eat a foxtail, please. And again, the plant, not the, like, actual fox's tail. You guys know what I mean. All right, where's the weakened one? There she is. All right, let's come over here. But we can only eat from weakened cow elk, and both Dawn and Onyx are feeling a little bit weak at the moment as well. So we're going to have to be very careful, and having our pups in the shadowed forest does actually give them a chance of being born with that illness that tends to cling to the plants. If they are born with the illness, there will be a chance, depending on how weak the wolf pup is. Each one will have different levels of weaknesses that they could be born with. But there will be a chance that the wolf pup may not survive. So we're going to have to, on top of like all the predators and having to keep all of them fed, it is going to be an absolute hullabaloo and quite a bit of chaos. If we catch a fox, then one of our wolf pups can be cured. If we do not catch a fox and we have a very, very sickly wolf pup, then we are going to have to watch out, because that means that that wolf pup could possibly pass away of illness rather than of starvation or predation by all of the creatures around us. So it's going to be kind of rough for these two, and we might really want to take the time to search for foxes, because every day that passes will be another day that our wolf pups will be at risk. So that is the secret of the very shadowy forest and the burden, the extra challenge we are going to be carrying with Dawn and Onyx this time. That's going to be, I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because that's completely random, and that's less than some of the other challenges, like chase away a certain number of bears and things like that. And in fact, speaking of the challenges, you guys, if you could, and you have some ideas about how we could turn some of these achievements into challenges, then do let me know, because it would be really fun to assign those challenges as, look at all of this. It would be really fun to assign all of those challenges as one of these, watch a fox mousing in the snow. We need to pull that off somehow, maybe like studying foxes. could give our wolves the knowledge of like how to cure a disease, like 50% chance. So if you have a sickly wolf pup born in future generations, you could roll a dice and be like, oh, thank goodness, we know how to cure that easily. So that would be interesting. Let's see, 15 encounters with stranger wolves. It'd be really fun to see if we could unlock one of these with Dawn and Onyx, but most likely all of these will be left for their children to try to unlock. One day we might just have to like follow one single wolf pack and just go through all of these. I might have to go back to what I used to do where I changed the appearance of the wolves instead of made a new wolf. And you guys really didn't like that, but then we could say, in fact, I think I'll do that. Whoever inherits the direct line of Dawn's pack now, I will just edit Dawn and then we will restart with Dawn's edited wolf. And the reason I would do that is so that we can see how much experience the Dawn pack as a whole will actually gain. So that's going to be one of our this will be the challenge that will lie to the actual family tree that Dawn will carry on. And then challenges like lose your life at the Callow Ranch. That's going to be some of Dawn's other branches of the family tree that may not carry on from time to time. So we're going to have to see. We are going to have to see. And also, here is the other thing, guys. We do need to have the achievements, the lucky one and last pup standing on Arduous and Bring It On finished. So if you think I should not cure any of the puppies because we need to kind of whittle them down to unlock this achievement, it is on our list. And a disease, if we should let the diseases naturally go through the pack, let me know. I'm going to actually put that as our poll today. So yeah, that sounds kind of heartless, but one of our big goals is to finish everything. So if you think that Dawn and Onyx should not chase any of the foxes and try to learn how to cure their puppies, let me know. If you think we should, then let me know. But we do need to try to get all of the missions, and letting a disease kind of go through the cycle of nature and pick off the weaker pups may be one of the ways we can do that. Or we may just have a really terrible time in the future with one of our puppies, with one of our litters. So that could always happen too. And finally, just to let you guys know, now that we are officially up and going again and have the potential of daily episodes, if you guys are able to support the pack with that many likes and howls, then we are going to start changing the settings. What? We're not supposed to be on pretty easy. We are supposed to be on challenging. Every day I will be rolling a dice and we will be alternating the difficulty level on a daily basis. That is if we have daily episodes. And then every day I will also be changing the time of day. And we'll have to, there's different challenges like the cougars that come out at night with the times of day too. So we'll start seeing a lot more variability with that as well. So remember, can only pick off the sickly elk. Now you guys have to decide if we should try to cure the sickly pups, and also leave some names for me, because next time we are going to have 4 brand new little babies to coo over. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.